Hey everyone, welcome to the best U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 30th of October, 2025, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the limited edition silver-proof set drops a week from today. Also, how the United States Mint prices its precious metal products and coins and metals. And not only that, we're going to be looking at the Superman grades for the 1 ounce and the 2.5 ounce metals. You won't even believe what I came across thanks to an email I got yesterday. Now, before any of that, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's actually a really big number. You can look it up on the Google machine. It is ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, let's bounce over to Money Metals so I can show you them live spot prices. So gold is up 44.70 to 39.89.35. Silver up 55 cents, that's over 1% to 48.33. Platinum down $1.30 to 16.0220. Palladium up 18.70 to 14.45.75. And Dr. Copper down 2 pennies over here to 5.19 per pound. Down here, you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $10.49 for a quantity of 1 through 39. They ask that you pay $58.84. Now, the buyback, that's a sell-to-them price, is $49.88. And could we reach $50 by the end of the day? Well, 12 cents is all, and then we have it, right? So $49.88 is definitely above the $48.35 silver spot price. Now, over here to the United States Mint's product page, and as you can see, the November 6th drop, that's a week from today. That's going to be the limited edition silver-proof set for 2025. And check this out, a limited number of subscriptions just dropped this morning. I was doing a video, I was trying to record it, and it put me in the waiting room, and I was like, hey, all right, I got to do my video over. So yeah, I got like 5 minutes in and then had to start over. So there it is. Yeah, it's available right now to add to bag. Hopefully, if you haven't got that, you've got it now. Now, this product has a mintage limit or a stated product limit of 25,008. I imagine since most of those subscriptions are basically gonzo, except for a few I would have guessed this morning, the United States Mint will probably not have a whole lot of this product when it drops on the 10th or the 6th of November, and we will be going live that next Thursday. Household order limit is 1. Household order limit is 1 for the subscription, and this product is $255, folks. Now, check this out. This is what they're selling for on eBay right now. Under completed and sold listings, ended recently, for the 2025 San Francisco limited edition silver-proof set, we have $383, just sold yesterday, the 29th. Here's one on the 26th. Less than, it looks like best offer accepted, $399 there, $379. And that was the 26. Here we are, 26 again, $369. But here's my question. If this set has the same issues that the silver-proof set or the clad-proof set from 2025 had, what is going to be the price at that point? Are we going to see a $500 limited edition silver-proof set? I think it's possible, but we have to get the sets in our hot little hands to find out. And what's even more interesting is, well, you don't want to open, if you want to have this graded, you don't want to open it up because, you know, these coins are easy to put in and out, right? Like you can have the American Silver Eagle from San Francisco and plop that right in there, right? It's not in any lenses or anything. They come in and out of this paper pretty easily. So if you want to have it graded, do not take it out of the original government packaging. You'll probably have to send it in as a whole as you got it from the mail person. So there's that. Now, let's keep on keeping on. I want to go to this particular article. It's under News, Coins Online, and this is from October 2025. And I want to thank M. Ash for bringing this to my attention. And at first I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Where's the silver product? Why don't we see silver in their pricing grid, or they don't even mention it in this article? And I thought that was a bummer. Hopefully next year, the United States Mint actually adds silver to a pricing grid. That would be fantastical. Now, check this out. It says here, with all the recent chatter about federal budgets and funding, I like how they say that, we thought it was a good time to tackle a question we hear a lot. How does the United States Mint decide on what to charge for coins and metals? And now it's easy to assume, they say, that every government agency runs on taxpayer dollars, but the truth is we don't get tax dollars to fund our numismatic operations. None of our tax dollars are allocated to the United States Mint. It says the Mint is completely self-sustaining, period. And stop, full stop, right there. Any extra funds, now this is the bummer in the summer, I think, right here, because I think they should be able to keep the extra funds, but it says they go right back to the Treasury General Fund to help reduce the federal deficit. Oh, man. So how about reinvest it in your business? I think that would be a great business model. I think some successful businesses actually take some of the profits and reinvest it back into the business, making them super duper successful. Now, it says here that means every product we sell has to pay its own way around here. And I don't know if that's true for every product. I do believe it is for the silver products. I mean, heck, the beginning of the year, you could buy 3 American Silver Eagle bullion strikes to 1 proof American Silver Eagle out of West Point, New York, or some even the American Silver Eagles with the Privy mark. So I do believe there are some products that actually lose money. Remember the penny and the nickel, they lose money, right? It says here, no matter the product, our goal is to always offer high quality coins and metals at the lowest prices possible without compromising on craftsmanship or quality. Boy, that sure sounds good, doesn't it? I like that. I feel good about I just feel good when I read that. I want to be prideful and stand up straight and, Anyway, it says here, we start by carefully estimating the full cost to produce and sell each product, production, packaging, marketing, distribution, etc. I wonder what the etc. part is. That becomes our baseline, full stop. From there, we ask ourselves some key questions like, and here we go, is this price consistent with similar products in our lineup? Will our customers feel they're getting the most competitive price? Is the price accessible to as many collectors as possible? If the product doesn't sell out, have we budgeted enough for proper disposition, like recovery, melting, and recycling? What? Yeah, eye-opener moment right there. I'm thinking that's what the United States Mint's going to be doing to a lot of its older products, especially to recover some silver, because silver is just way too expensive, I think, for the United States Mint, because they're probably going to, sell an American Silver Eagle next year for $150, maybe, if this keeps up. This thoughtful process helps us stay fair, sustainable, and collector-focused with our product pricing. We're also committed to transparency. Here we go. And, for precious metals like gold, platinum, prices can shift weekly based on market rates. We publish our pricing range tables, and there's a hyperlink here, and I'll leave a link in the description for this video, for this page, so you're never in the dark. Well, we are in the dark about one of those, and they didn't mention it. It is silver. And it says here, while there are plenty of imitators out there offering deals, it is important. It's important to know they often cut corners on quality and authenticity. When you buy from the official United States Mints, you're getting what you're paying for. Genuine, expertly crafted coins and metals that honor America's legacy. And I have no doubt about that. I think everybody does a fantastic job over there. At least most people do. I'd say 99% of the Mint is really awesome. Now it says here, so yes, our pricing is complex, but it's built on integrity, quality, and a mission to serve collectors and the country alike. Yes, sir. That's awesome. I just gave a salute to my computer monitor. That sounds great, doesn't it? I wonder if AI had anything to do with that. Now let's keep on keeping on. I got to show you this. This is super duper important. All right, here we have the comic art 2.5 ounce silver medal featuring Superman for $275. Mintage limit of 25,000. Product limit of 25,000. Household order limit of none. And I think there was a household order limit the first 24 hours or so, but that actually has gone away. And the Mint's only sold about 12,000 of these, about half of what is available. But you won't even believe what you're going to see here on this page over here. It's like, what? Yeah, remember this price here, $275. So let's go to eBay. We're going to go to completed and sold listings that have ended recently for the 2.5 ounce silver medal. Oh, look, there's $245. Wait, how much does that cost? Yeah, pay attention. $275. Yeah, ooh, that's a hit. That's a hit. $465. That one's graded, a MS70 matte. Okay, $284. Wow, just barely over. And this sold just on the 28th. And look, folks, that particular 2.5 ounce metal was how much again? Did you see? $275. Yeah. I don't know, but it seems like eBay fees are going to not really allow this particular sale to cover any of those costs. Look at this one, $274. Yowza, look at this, $299. That's a Mint State 69 matte. Does that even cover the grading fees, the shipping fees, or even the eBay fees? Probably not. $499 there. Oh, look at that. 7 bids at $250. How much did this coin cost? Or metal cost? Yowza. Bummer in the summer right there, folks. Yeah, $250 there. Come on. What's happening? $269 there. $289 there. So these raw are not selling for a whole lot of money. They really aren't. It's just kind of a bummer in the summer. And now if you get it graded in a Mint State 70 matte, you've got some possibility to make some money there, but yeah, not a whole lot. It's not really there. $299 there, and that is October 1st. So that was quite some time ago, and it looks like the closer we get to October 30th, the lower these prices get. $250 on the 18th. Yeah, bummer in the summer for sure, no doubt about it. 250 on the 23rd. Yeah, is this a successful program to you folks? Not sure that I would be very happy with some of these sales if I was these sellers. These realized prices. Look at this, 245 on the 29th just yesterday. Is that a write-off because you lost money? Maybe, just maybe. Now check this out. This is probably one of the more interesting things here. This is the Superman 1 ounce silver medal featuring Superman, and it is well, it has a no mintage limit, no product limit, and I imagine they could strike these until the program ends. And yeah, if you want to do the subscription, I think that one's going to be, well, the Batman's already for sale. I don't know why they have that on here. I think this Wonder Woman is going to be the next one in the series. So look at that current product. I think we went from Batman to Superman to Batman. We keep going back, 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 because we're not talking about Batman right now. We're talking Superman 1 ounce silver medal. Let's check the prices on eBay. Now I have here, well, I guess I didn't start here. I was looking at the prices. All right, ended recently. Sold and completed listings for the 2025 DC Comics Superman 1 ounce silver medal. So look at that. How much does that cost? $135. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's under. And that's gem proof. That doesn't even really have a grade like a 69 or a 70. Oh, 92. Are you okay? Ow. How much was it? 135, and they sold for how much? 92 on October 27. There's another one. See, so, and we've said before that the auctions actually get less money. They pull less money in sales than a buy it now. But not sure why they did a bid, but they did it. 119 there, 135 there, 134, and that's a mid-state 69, Matt. 129, buy it now, 159. So what's your opinion about this, folks? Would you want to flip this? It's not a flipper coin, is it? So clearly we've come to the realization Batman 2.5 ounce, whether it's 69 or a raw, is not a flipper's paradise. Now, if you get a 70, you might get $400 or $500 maybe. But yeah, the 1 ounce silver medal, not so much. 131 there. You got a mid-state 69, Matt. 164 there. That's over. Oh, look at that. Mid-state 70. That's 249. That's not so bad. But that's an early release. There's another early release, 244. That's better than 135. 248, 269, 130, still under, right, on October 18, 164 and a mid-state 69, 219 for a mid-state 70, 399, 362. That was not so bad, actually, I guess. Wonder what the real price was. Remember when you could actually look at what things sold for, and it even gave you how many they sold, and you could look under how many they sold, what I think the name of the buyer was. Maybe they had erased some of the buyer's name, but you could tell what they bid. I don't know why they've gotten rid of that. They don't make that information public anymore. But look at this. What's going on there? That's the first day of issue for the 1 ounce silver medal, and that is way more than what the 2.5 ounce silver medals are actually selling for. There's a 465 there, but look at this, 539. That sold on October 13th, and that's first day of issue. That is quite. What's going on here? This sold on October 6, 2025. Mid-state 70 matte, first day of issue for $780. There's one. What is in the wide world of sports going on here? $899 there, first day of issue. First day of issue here, $539, and that was a buy it now. So, are these? Do you think these are really the realized prices that's going on here? Why do you think that is? Because typically we're not seeing these being flippable. They're really not. At least that seems that way. Or is that not necessarily true? Now, check this out. I got to show you. We're going to bounce over to PCGS here, and I've got modern commemorative medals in mint state. Okay, now check this out. Do you see what I'm seeing? I had to get a sip of water. Sorry. All right, let's start at the very bottom. This is the 2025 2.5 ounce Superman silver medal out of 83 that have been slabbed. 71 of those are in a 70. Only 12, a mere 12 out of the 83 are a 69. But look at this. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back it up. The Superman 1 ounce, 419 have been slabbed. And out of those 419, a 91 of those, all right, 91 are in a 70. So what? Yeah. What, less than 25% or so are in a 70. And the remainder, wow, are the 328 are in a 69. Okay, to me, I don't know about you, but I mean, is this the whole picture? Is this the way it's going to be? Because this year we have seen a lot of grades from the United States Mint not making the grade. The Army Privy, condition rarity, the Navy Privy, condition rarity, the Laser Beam Privy, condition rarity, and I expect the Marine Corps Privy to be condition rarity as well. What has not been condition rarity are the Morgan and Peace Dollar proof. Okay. Even the West Point American Silver Eagle has been condition rarity. However, not the San Francisco American Silver Eagle. That one has been a proof 70 in respectable quantities. Okay. So depending on what product we're looking at, is 2025 the year of the condition rarity? And it sure seems that way, because check that out. I mean, and this is PCGS, okay? All right, let me keep on keeping on. I want to show you this. I think we've talked about this before. Here's the San Francisco. Look at this. Out of 5,403 that have been graded, yeah, 5,042 and a 70. That's not condition rarity. Now, out of the 6,088 have been graded for the laser beam privy. Check this out. Now, I think I've showed you this before. 54 of the base, okay, 54 out of 203 are in a 70. The remainder are sub 69 or 69 or lower. Okay, that is quite something. That is remarkable. And look at this. The first strike, 2,618, they've been graded. 1,605 are in a 69. Yeah, that's condition rarity. All right, let's look at the Navy privy. All right. Oh, yay. Oh, man, that's brutal. That's rough, folks. Out of 53 that have been slabbed just base, one of them is in a 70. 52 are in a 69. And right there, that doesn't look too bad right there for the first day of issue. This doesn't look too bad for the advanced release, but we got to go over to here. This is the first strike for the Navy privy. Out of 867 that have been slabbed, 370, yeah, 370 are in a proof 70, and 497 are in a proof 69. So the majority of those are a 69 grade. Yeah, what's going to go on for the Marine Corps? Well, we still only have 1 and 1. We don't know what's going to go on with that exactly, but I think that the momentum or the trend is already happening. We're going to get condition rarity here. Now, here's the Army privy. 7,808 have been slabbed. 5,538 of those are in a 70. But is that the whole story? I don't know. I think when you get to the minutia, when you get into the details here, you'll see here that just the base, 631 slabbed, only a mere 135 are in a 70, 484, 69. Look at this, though. Look at that. 40 of those bad boys from the first strike are in a 68. That's rough. That is rough. I think the other ones are probably going to be more condition rarity than the Army privy. And that one is just, it speaks volumes. And look at the West Point Silver Eagle, just for base. Look at this. 902 slab there. 441 are 70, 452 are in a 69. That is remarkable, folks. It's just, it's pretty tough getting a good grade for these American Silver Eagles this year. Now let's keep on keeping on. Let's go over to NGC, okay? And I've got here the 2025 1-ounce Superman medal. Let me see here. And this one is that the 2.5? No, this is the both of them. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. There's the Morgan and Peace. Those have a lot of grades to them, and most of them are really good. But here's what we're looking at: the 1-ounce Superman and the 2.5-ounce Superman. And this is I don't really it's hard to navigate this. All right, so out of the 300, well, it doesn't tell you how many have been slabbed, but you can see the ratio there. There's the 70, and there's the 69. So it's the same case over at NGC as it is for PCGS. The 2.5 ounces grading rather well, 557 70s, and 6 of them are in 69. However, that's not the case for the 1 ounce, as 376 are in a 70 and 1,445 are in a 69. What do you think, folks? What does that do to the future of these Superman medals? What do you think that means? Is this going to be flippable in high grades? Not necessarily a Comic Art Coin 2.5 ounce Superman medal, but this one right here. So what happens a year or 2 or 3 from now when this program's over and you really don't have hardly any Superman silver medals, the 1 ounce version in a mint state 70 matte? I don't know what's happening with you, but this is something we definitely got to keep an eye on. You may be disinterested in it, not really going to pay attention to this anymore, but I think this is really important, especially if you want to collect the whole set going forward. Now, let's keep on keeping on. I think I've yammered for way too long about this, but that's definitely something I think we need to pay attention to. Now, let's keep on keeping on. This is the +1 action. Don't know why that's awkward, but anyway, this is Proverb 18:21. And it says here, the power of life and death is in the tongue. Those who use to love it will eat its fruit. Now, I think what it means, if you use kind words, others will be kind to you. And I broke it down even more. All right. check this out. Because words have power. Words have definitely power. Because check this out. The phrase, "and God said," is a repeated refrain in the book of Genesis, signifying that God's act of creation was accomplished through the power of divine speech. In the creation story, God speaks and the desired outcome occurs, such as the saying, "Let there be light," and light immediately appears. Now, check this out. This is the one I really was like, what? Yeah. So, check this out. Abracadabra. You ever heard that saying before? Abracadabra? Well, that means I will create as I speak, that which echoes the Kabbalistic idea that words have creative power. Yeah, think about that. And remember, when you're using your words, if it's not kind, helpful, or necessary, then we probably shouldn't say anything. And remember, if you want to start your day right, if you want to start with a positive step, you can wake up and say, "God, thank you for returning my soul to my body today. I'm going to make it a great day," or to your loved one, be nice, say some compliments. You'll be surprised how that positivity starts out in the morning and it lasts throughout the day. Yeah, it can change everything. No doubt about it. Now let's go over here to 3 Nines Fine, 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is missing person. Words. And it's on the screen. It says, what are words for? Well, to create, right? Think about it. Or to break down. You can build up or tear down with words. What do you choose to do? That's a big deal question. Because remember, say something nice, be kind, be helpful, and ask yourself, am I going to say something that's necessary? And if it doesn't add to the conversation, you probably shouldn't say it. Now, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. What's not free is going to be membership. It's a mere $1.99 per month. It's the price of a cheap cup of coffee. And it's like 6.6 cents per video in a 30-day calendar month. Yeah, and it gets less expensive in 31 days. Do the math. Yeah, it's fantastic. Now, it is Thursday. My Dodgers lost. And I think there's a game tomorrow night in Toronto and then on Saturday night in Toronto, if necessary. But I don't know if the Dodgers have it in them, but I'm going to stick with them, and I'm going to hope that they do the best they can. I love those colors, blue and white. That's awesome. It's like the Dodger colors. Can you think of other things that are blue and white? That's a great, great color. Now, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, you know what? Listen, make sure you hit that like button. And if you are new here, please hit subscribe. We are trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's a really big number. Stacker out.